Hey guys, welcome back to T2SMC Trader. How are you all? I hope that everyone had a good weekend. Make sure that you have pushed the like button, and if you are new, you have subscribed to our channel. But before starting everything, just make sure that you have pushed the like button. 42 people are watching, 11 likes, not convincing. I would wait for the likes so that new people can maybe go. But I need the likes. Please push the like button. In the meantime, let me know if you can hear me. Everything is clear, voice is clean, no noise, everything. Just let me know. This thing keep doing is not easy thing, to be honest, man. Thank you. Okay, there is a Chinese name. I am not able to read the name, but let's go. Thank you, Gupta, for confirming that everything is good. Hexen, I'm cool, man. Yesterday whole day I was sleeping. I was on my bed, nothing to do. I just did nothing. Hey, cat lover. Good morning, brother. Can hear well. Thank you, Hexen. Cat lover. Thank you, man. Hey, Mika. Loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as such viewers will experience buffering. Are you seeing any buffer? Why they are giving me the things? We will wait. I mean, I would love to wait until 8:55. So 8:55 until 8:55. I would love to wait for 6 more minutes for some other people to join, and then we will start talk about the price action. No rush today. Today is the, in 1 year there could be a day that is the day we should, I mean, we should not open the chart as well. So this is that day. Today is that day. In the whole year, this is that day where we should not even open the chart. So make sure that you are not taking more risk. Instead of taking more risk, try to do the paper trade or the eval. Don't involve your live trading or live money. Okay, it's a suggestion, but the rest is up to you. Let's go. I'd love to wait until 8:55. So 4 more minutes. Would love to wait for other people to join so that I don't need to repeat the things I'm going to explain here. And yeah, rest of all we'll see. Whatever this whole week, tomorrow we don't have any news. Look, when you will open this Forex Factory or any kind of calendar, whatever calendar you prefer, you will first look for the news. What type of news do you have in this week? And look at Friday. We have 1 p.m. crude oil inventories. To be honest, crude oil is something that doesn't provide any kind of volatility to Nasdaq. Okay, it's my opinion. I'm not oversure, but so far I know that crude oil doesn't provide any kind of volatility, any kind of reaction to Nasdaq market. It's important for the crude oil in that specific area. It's important, but here in Nasdaq, it's not important. So Friday we don't have any news. Wednesday was the holiday. After the holiday, most of the morning session is choppy. This all area we didn't have any kind of red folder news. This week is the lowest probable week. In this week, we should not participate, and you will see that most of the big traders, they are not participating over here, or they're not doing live streaming or this type of things, because this is the lowest probable week. It can be a beautiful price action. Obviously it can be a beautiful price action, but we have to anticipate what is going to happen next. How we are going to anticipate? By our previous experience. In our previous experience, we know that this type of week is low probable week. Wait at least until February for the better price action. Whole January is gonna be the accumulation things, something like that. So in my opinion, it's not a good area to trade. If you are not in rush, I believe that, brother, if you have the live account, hold that live account until February. In the meantime, go for micro contract, maybe one or two micro contract, very small trade, very small trade. Okay, just if you wanna trade more, if you are not convinced with the paper money, then go for the eval. Try to pass more eval. Try to add them with your live account so that you will have more live account and you can do the copy trade by Ninja Trader. I guess it's a good option, Ninja Trader, for copy trading. It's a it's a good idea. Okay. Okay. Is first parallel gap enough for passing funded account T2? It depends, brother. First presented parallel gap after 9:30. So far, I have found that it's like 90 plus, 90% plus. Okay, it will provide you like winning trade, 90 plus opportunities. So you have to observe it for at least 1 2 months. If you find out that it's working, go for that. There's nothing wrong. But I can't simply say that it's enough for passing the funded account. Well, when you have asked me this question, I wanna say something to you. Most of us, most of us, okay, maybe we will blow 2 3 4 5 6 eval account, but at the end of the day, we are going to get a funded account. Nobody can tell me that he blew 10 eval, but he never passed one eval. It's not possible. Okay, if you know a little bit about trading, it's not possible to pass one eval and get the funded account. It's not possible. So when you will get your funded account, what is the problem? We want to be a consistent profitable trader. That means every day consistently we are going to get some profit. Listen to me very carefully. I told that I will start talking about price action around 8:55, but I will start around 9. Okay, because I will have a lot of time, so I can simply finish these things before 9:30. So please let me finish this, and then I promise you, brother, if you listen to me carefully, it's gonna change your whole perception about trading. Every single one of us want to be a consistent profitable trader. That means every day consistently we are going to make some profit. We are focusing over here. Don't focus over there. Don't be a consistent profitable trader. You don't need to get the profit. Nothing. Don't argue with me. Don't tell me anything else. Just listen to me. You don't need to be a consistent profitable trader. Be a consistent profitable loser. Just be a consistent profitable loser. I mean, consistently loser, not profitable loser, consistent loser. Be a consistent loser. What do I mean by that? Don't blow your account by one day. Blow the account consistently. At least take 7, 8, 9, 10 days to blow your account. Then come back to me and tell me that did you blow your account or not? Did you able to blow your account or not? It's not possible. Most of us blow our account by 1 or 2 days. We don't blow the account consistently. We blow the account immediately. Okay, accidentally, not consistently. How can I lose consistently the money? Make sure that your maximum loss is maybe $2,000. Okay, your maximum loss is $2,000. Make sure that you are not going to take more than $200 loss in a day. Your maximum loss is gonna be $200. So if your maximum loss is gonna be $200, it will take maybe 10 days to blow the account. Like $2,000 your maximum loss. Now fix your loss $200. Now consistently lose that funded account and come back to me and tell me that you are able to blow the account or not. It's not possible. Trust me, man. So please go slowly. Consistently lose the money. Don't lose the money altogether. Don't focus on your consistent profit. Instead of that, focus on your consistent loss. Is that clear, guys? I mean, I don't know, my English is little difficult for some of you, maybe. Some of you don't get my point, or my pronunciation, it's little difficult, but If you get the point, just let me know. Change your perception. Trading is gonna be changed. Perfectly, it's gonna be changed. Focus consistently losing money. Don't lose the money. Don't lose that account by one day. Make sure that you are losing that account consistently and be happy because you took 10 days to blow your account. I promise you, man, it's never possible. It's never possible to lose an account if you focus on consistently losing trade. At least 10 days. So whatever your maximum loss is, maybe your loss is maybe 7,000. That is your maximum loss. $7,000 is your maximum loss. Divide it by 10 days. So it's gonna be like $700. So in one day, you are not going to take more than $700. Your loss, maximum loss is gonna be $700. But if you stop before 700, it's good. But not more than $700. If your maximum loss is $7,000. If it is 2,500, then divide it by 10 days. So it's gonna be like $250. So your maximum loss in a day should be $250. So you will focus on consistently losing money, not immediately. Think like this way, your your trading will be changed. Just believe me one time. Okay, it's been a long. Let's see how many likes did I get. 32 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me 32 likes, and thank you so much for that 9,352 subscriber. It's very near. I'm going to touch 9,400 subscriber and very soon 10,000 subscriber. Thank you so much, guys. Let's come to dollar index. And again, today is the lowest probability. So if you would love to trade in this day, I have no problem. I prefer paper money here, no real money. But still, if you would love to add your real money, make sure that your risk is very small. For example, your maximum loss is $200. Make sure that today your maximum loss is $100. Your maximum loss is $500 in normal days. Make sure that today your maximum loss is gonna be maybe $250, something like that. Okay, at least 50% of your maximum loss. Think like that. It's my opinion, but rest is your choice. So if you think it's good, go for it. Otherwise, just let it go. Perfectly clear, T2. Okay, I trusted you. You are okay. Point is very clear. Thank you, Jonathan, Micah, Hickson. So this is that dollar index on my left. Let me actually come here. So this is the dollar index hourly chart. I prefer hourly chart for dollar index. Weekly, daily, 4 hour, hour. I don't prefer 15-minute chart for dollar index. My lowest time frame. I prefer the what to say. I mean this hourly chart. This is the nude opening gap or the you can see this candle close here. This candle opened here. We talked about this before. I told that last day, I don't want to see this is gonna be broken. I wanna see market will go through this last parallel gap from 4 hour chart. If you mark the hourly last parallel gap, it's over there. But I covered that both entry gap and the last gap from the 4 hour chart. So instead of these two gap, I marked one gap from 4 hour chart. From 4 hour chart, this is the last gap. It came here. It came here again. This is the Friday, so around 6 p.m. This is the 6 p.m. price action. If you go to your lower time frame, for example, in 1 minute chart, you will see the messy price action over there, the bullshit price action. Okay, here you can see all of this area. It's because of the holiday, USD holiday. So that was the holiday price action, or everything was over here like this. Absolutely different. See, this is very different. This is why it's not good to trade in the holiday. It's not good to trade around the holiday time. Even if the market is open, you should not trade if the USD has the holiday over here. So actually market over there market fall and took all of this liquidity, this low, this low, this low, this low. All of this liquidity has been taken by that specific week. Trade that bullish gap over here, which is this candle open, this candle high. With that volume balance, I marked this hourly bullish gap. Market came back again, constant encroachment, rejection, top rejection here one time. Here liquidity has been cleared. We traded over here, took all of the liquidity. closed inside this new day opening gap. If you mark the 50% of that new day opening gap, I'm not interested, to be honest. And then closed above that new day opening gap, support the new day opening gap top as a support. Here you can say 1 2 3 4 candle is supporting this new day opening gap high. Market is now range bound between this last parallel gap and new day opening gap. My intention to see that market will go through this last parallel gap and it will take that obvious liquidity here, and finally it will reach for this 50% of that daily bearish gap. That is my intention, because low rejection, constant rejection. That is my intention to see. Right now I'm waiting to see how market is going to break this last parallel gap. Today at least it should close above the 50% of that last parallel gap. So here around here market should close around there from 4-hour chart, not from hourly chart, from 4-hour chart. But from hourly chart it's much more cleaner, so I am using this area. Market came here, trade the top of this new opening gap, bullish. When market is bullish for dollar index, I'm bearish for rest of the market. It can be the forex market, it can be the future market, but I'm bearish for both of them. If and only if market close below this new opening gap, then I'll start to think about the low of this bullish gap. So until this low, I will start to think about that. If and only if market can go through this fair value gap over here, this is small fair value gap. But to be honest, I'm not interested to think about that sell. I keep looking for buy for dollar index, and I don't want to see body close below this new day opening gap. I want to see it will keep going higher, and this new day opening gap will hold the price and keep sending the price higher. In short, this is all about the dollar index. So my intention to see if it can go through this last parallel gap and keep going higher. If it is possible, then that is the intention to see for the dollar index. Here this is the Nasdaq, and in Nasdaq this is the weekly chart. This is the previous week candle, this is this week candle. If you remember, in Tuesday I told that I want to see this weekly candle is gonna stay inside this candle. Okay, so I mean previous week candle, I want to see it's gonna be stay inside this candle. So it's not going to take that high, it's not going to take that low. If it keep going higher, I would love to prefer to mark the 50% of that week. If it would love to keep falling, I would love to mark the 50% of that week. Okay, lower week, upper week. The 50% of that week is the lowest run for this candle. The 50% of that week is the highest run for that week. In the meantime, it is at the all-time high, and you can see this bullish gap is holding the price. So it can simply keep going higher, because when you are at the all-time high, you should keep looking for buy. That is the logic for ICT himself. So I prefer we think about the buy move, but according to the situation, we should also think about the sell move. Yesterday, I have tweeted one thing, and it was there. Okay, NQ right now trading is gambling. Let the market cool down first. Let her decide the place she wants to visit. Be safe by not rushing. Okay, please don't rush it. Before that tweet, I tweeted that I have to look for sell in this bullish market. What a scenario. Explanation will be in the YouTube live tomorrow at 9 a.m. New York local time. So this is a bullish market, but I have to look for sell. I can't look for buy. Why is that? That is the theme I'm going to explain right now. Just make sure that you are with me in our Discord, both Discord and the Twitter. If you are interested, please join us over there. For Nasdaq, why I'm saying that even though it's a bullish market, I should keep looking for sell. The reason is this candle is extremely bullish now, right? It's extremely bullish now. Market opened there, little manipulation. Now it's extremely bullish. Now, when it is bullish, I know that market is not going to take that all-time high, or it is not going to take that low. So when it is too far, it went too far toward the upper side, I should expect that market will fall a little bit, because I want to see this is gonna inside in that candle. Why is that? Because of this calendar. This calendar is telling me it should not take previous week high or previous week low, because I don't have any news that is gonna send the market for the manipulation. I don't have those type of news. Why market news? Sorry. Why market need the news for the manipulation? Because if there is a news and they do the manual intervention over here, that means manually if they do the manipulation, nobody is going to ask them any question. The market maker, nobody is going to ask them, or the the regulator. There are some big bank, they can't ask the market maker, why did you do that manipulation? He will simply reply him, I had the news, man. So it was the news, it's not me, it was the news, that was the reflect of that news, that's why that manipulation happened over there. Here I don't have any news. Okay, when I don't have any news, if market do the manipulation, the big bank or the biggest prop firm, they will ask the question, why did you do that manipulation? Now I am saying all of these things for the sake of your understanding, so that you can understand why the news is important. Because around the news, manipulation is expected. Without news, manipulation or the volatility is not expected. If there is volatility without news, then there is some kind of question, because that should be run with the algorithm. Algorithm should not send the price higher or lower without any kind of news. So news is something that needs, that actually gives the volatility to this market. As I don't have those type of news this week, I want to see this candle will stay inside this candle. Now it is a big bull run. I want to see that it will keep, I mean, it will fall little bit, because if it keep going higher by today and tomorrow, it will take that high. Because simply if it keep going higher, it will take that high. I don't want to see that. It should come here, it should fall, come little go higher, little go lower, something like that. It's gonna be much more easier for you when I'll be in what to say, that lower time frame. Yes, please don't tell me anything, because what I'm showing you, this is my understanding. So if you have any other understanding about this market, you're good to go, and you are good to stay with that. I have no problem. But just don't tell me anything, because otherwise I'll get confused. This is the daily chart, this is the all-time high. We have projected that -2 standard deviation. Look at the reaction, then market has made that bearish gap. Now it has closed above the 50% of that bearish gap. So simply I should think about the buy run now. But this week I don't want to see the buy run. I don't want to see that market will keep going higher and take that all-time high, because I don't have the news. So when I don't have that, then I would love to look for the order block. These two consecutive candle is the order block. So basically the order block is here, from this low to that high. That is the order block. This is the 50%, which is the mean threshold of that consecutive order block. I didn't mark this one. I just marked the highest up close body close candle, which is the most sensitive one for as an order block, which is the most sensitive one. It has traded that order block, and so far it has provided some kind of reaction over there. Again, I'm not interested to look for sell, but I can't look for buy, because market has closed above the constant crossment. It can be fake breakout. If and only if it is fake breakout, then I will start to think about the sell again. But this time, until today's candle close, I can't think about the sell. This is the last parabolica from daily chart, which has hold the price. Not even a single body has closed inside this gap, which is the last gap to that specific leg. In that leg, there is no other gap except this gap. Look at the reaction from this gap. Market hold this gap, hold the price, send the higher price higher for the joker. I have the joker here. That's why this is my order block, because this is all-time high. I can make anything over here. My first intention was this, this breaker block top and that constant encroachment of that daily gap. I didn't want to see that body is going to close above that constant encroachment or above that breaker block. Market has broken both of them. I should start to stay outside, stay outside of this market, because now market is, I don't know where it will go. Is it going for that all-time high, or is it falling again? I don't know, because the bearish gap 50% has been broken. There is only one opportunity to see that bearish run one more time, if and only if this candle can close below the constant encroachment of that bearish gap. Then I can see this is a fake breakout. This reaction, if it happens, I will observe this order block level and I will say, okay, though market has break that constant encroachment, but it has broken that just to reach until the order block, or maybe until the mean threshold of that order block. Otherwise, I should keep looking for buy, because market is showing me some bullishness. Until this gap is not broken, I can't look for that all-time high. So please try to understand this part. In this area, I know that market is bullish. Last parallel gap is holding the price, market is going for that all-time high, but I can't look for buy. I have to look for sell. I can't look for buy. If market keep going higher, I have to let that go. If market start to fall and provide me any kind of selling opportunity, I will catch that selling opportunity. Until now, whatever I have told you, is that clear? Do you guys get the whole point why I have tweeted this specific tweet? I have to look for sell in this bullish market. What a scenario. Explanation will be in the live streaming. Do you understand why I can't look for a buy and why I should keep looking for sell from the beginning to until now? Anybody has any question? I need to make sure that it's 100% clear to you, because this is all learning. And don't just listen to this. Instead of listening it, keep focusing on the themes I'm showing you, how you are going to deal in this type of situation. So you have to make sure that it's clear, and you are going to take some notes so that you can understand in future when I won't be here, or maybe some other people won't be here, and you are trading it by yourself, how you are going to participate even from the higher time frame, very higher time frame, how you are going to predict that this candle is going to stay in that candle. Now, it doesn't need to stay in this candle, but you should predict like that way. Because why? Calendar. Because calendar. You should expect like that way. If you are expecting that market is going to stay inside this candle, you have to believe it. You have to believe it. If it is going to stay inside this candle, now you are seeing that market is extremely bullish. So what should you think now? Sell, right? You should now think about sell, because you are expecting market is going to stay inside this candle, and market is already almost here. So if you mark this candle, this is the 50% of that specific candle, market is above the 50% of that candle. So it should come back again to below the 50% or something like that, or maybe until the 50%, something like that. But it is trading that bullish gap, so it's extremely bullish. I can't say that market is going to take that high because of calendar. From daily chart, supporting your logic from weekly chart, you are going to mark any kind of bearish PDR. That doesn't mean you are going to ignore this daily gap. If you see your bearish PDR has been broken, then and only then you will start to think about the buy or for the all-time high. Then you will say, okay, my perception about this week, where I was expecting this candle is gonna stay inside that candle, is it was wrong. So now I'm looking for a buy. In the meantime, I'm not interested to look for a buy. Though it's a bullish market, but I can't look for a buy. I should keep looking for a sell because calendar. I don't know how more I can make it clear, but if it is understandable, I'm very happy. Now let's go to hourly chart. If you come to this hourly chart, this is that all-time high here. Let me make it a little bigger. This is that all-time high. This is the buy side liquidity. This high and that high, they are the relatively equal highs. And here also you have some relatively equal highs around this area, around the all-time high. So all of these are liquidity. Market has taken all the buy side liquidity. Look at the dramatical fall. That fall happened by the FOMC. It fall until this last parallel gap, retrace until this entry gap to that specific area. You have just two gap, entry gap, last gap. Trade that entry gap, fall again. Traded until this last gap. I didn't mark it, but you can mark it from your chart, from the hourly chart. It has traded that last gap. This last gap sent the price until this area. But before reaching over there, it left that liquidity. See this liquidity? Now, don't say that, or don't think like that the other way. This whole zone is the liquidity. This whole zone is the liquidity, because you can see two, 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 two. Every time market came to this range, boom, boom, market went higher. So it's a very strong support zone. This whole zone is the liquidity. I prefer to mark the obvious liquidity. This low has been taken over here. So I just mark the low of that area so that I can cover all the liquidity by this small sell side liquidity line. And before that, I have this sell side liquidity as well. Whatever. Then market made that liquidity go back again. Where did it go? This is the last fair value gap from the hourly chart. last gap, this is the 50%. I don't want to say that market is going to close above this 50% of that last gap, but brother, body has closed over there. The very next body come back and closed below this 50% of that gap. What is this gap? If I want to take and sell here, my stop loss is going to cover the breakaway gap. For example, I'm a trader from hourly chart. So what I have seen that from, this is just not hourly chart, this is the 1 minute chart. Just think like that way. Market has taken the buy side liquidity, gave me the market structure shift, entry gap, last gap. So I took and sell over here, maybe to this 50% here. I covered the stop, I mean that breakaway gap, and going to target this sell side liquidity. So what happened? Market trade that entry gap, trade until the last gap or the breakaway gap, traded until the 50%. It will be much more cleaner when I'll show you the 7 a.m. Killzone entry. I believe that you have already seen it because I've already uploaded it to our YouTube channel. Trade that 50% of that breakaway gap. Now it should keep falling. When it will start to fall, this low has been taken over here by a shallow run around this area, which is an obvious liquidity. But something here from the weekly chart, from the daily chart, we know that this market can keep going higher for the all-time high. Now, if it is keep going higher for the all-time high from the lower time frame, what do I have? Market came here, made that buy side liquidity or the all-time high, then fall. Took all of this liquidity, came here, traded the last gap from the hourly chart. This last gap has been traded here. Look at the reaction. Boom. Got market structure shift, entry gap, entry gap, last gap. Market came here one more time to that entry gap, took that liquidity, went higher extremely. Didn't take any liquidity. If this gap can be broken, all-time high is obvious. If this high hold the price, sent the market again to this entry gap, then this last gap is obvious. I have to wait here. I have no other way. Without waiting, this market is in indecision mode where it will go for that all-time high, for that sell side liquidity. Very hard time frame, weekly, daily, they are not sure where market will reach. Lower time frame can't make any kind of bias. From 15-minute chart, this is the 15-minute chart. This is that daily order block. This is the 15-minute last gap over here. This is the 15-minute last. If you come to this 15-minute chart, you will see this is the last gap. Trade until this area, dramatically fall. I kept this new day opening gap yet because it's respecting. Okay, this gap is for so long now. It has created in Thursday, 12th December. So I should remove it from my chart. I kept it until this area because market didn't react this gap before. So I kept it until that area. I thought that I'll remove this gap, but fortunately or unfortunately, these gaps levels are being respected. Look at the low, look at the high, like constant crossment. Look over here, the high, the low, how it is respecting. See, so when it is respecting, I decided to keep it in my chart instead of removing it from my chart. I want to see if it can provide me any kind of perfection or kind of something. Can I get something from here? That is my intention to see. Until market is above the new day opening gap or inside this new day opening gap, no sell is valid. If market can break the new day opening gap low, this low and that low, they are clean lows. I don't like this type of clean lows. I hate those type of clean lows. That is my target. Here, this sell side liquidity will be my target. I don't want to see market will keep falling and reach around this area by this week. So by today and tomorrow, even if market fall today, tomorrow I will expect the bull run. If I need to look for a sell, all I need to see a 50-minute candle close below this new day opening gap. Look, when market went through this gap, how did it went through this gap? Look at the speed. Whenever market go through this gap, look at the speed. Everywhere you will see that market went through the gap everywhere. Let me show here. Look at this speed when market went through this new day opening gap. That means how do I know this new day opening gap is going to be broken? If you see this type of speed from 15-minute chart, you will be over sure that this market is going to be broken that that new day opening gap or new week opening gap high. Look at the speed here. See, market is struggling break that new week opening gap. Was there any speed? Comparing with this type of speed, this type of speed. So I want to say that now this is the something I'm going to add more. Okay, this is something new I'm going to add. Previously, we knew that if market would love to fall, it has to close below this new day opening gap. I want to add something else here. If market would love to break this new day opening gap and keep falling, I want to see this type of speed. When it will come toward that new day opening gap, I need this type of speed that will go through this to go through this new day opening gap or new week opening gap. See, this is speed, not something like this. Right now we are seeing, right? It came here respecting this area, not like this, not like this. Okay, something like that, or maybe something like this. I don't like this. I want to say it will just go through this. I want to add this with the new day opening gap and the new week opening gap. So not only the candle close is enough, but also this type of run I need to, I mean, when it will go through this new day opening gap or new week opening gap. So this type of Mickey Mouse move, it's not enough for me to think that even the body close below this new day opening gap, I'm not going to start to think that market is going to fall for this sell side liquidity. I want to see like something like that. Maybe it will go a little higher until any of this gap, then boom, this type of candle. If it happens, then I whatever retracement it will provide me, I'll try to find a sell setup over there for this sell side liquidity. If it do like this and then close maybe little below of this new opening gap here, I'm not going to think that this new opening gap is broken and now sell side liquidity is going to take it. I never talked about this. I learned, I'm also learning, okay? So I find out that whenever market really would love to break that new opening gap on new week opening gap, almost 90% of the time market, okay, I actually don't have anything written, any other new opening gap written or marking. Whenever it wants to go through this, it give me this speed. Look at that speed. This speed, this type of speed will provide me the confirmation. Here market closed below this new week opening gap, right? Lot of time it has closed below here, but market never fall, it keep going higher. So I don't want to get stopped out or get confused by those type of run. I would love to wait for this type of run, boom boom, when market will come here. If it doesn't provide me that, I'm not going to think that this new opening gap is broken. Yeah, maybe I won't be able to take and sell from here to until the sell liquidity. I won't be able to get that sell. But if I wait for that, I will be able to look for a sell here for that sell side liquidity. Okay, something like that. I'll be able to look for a sell here. Instead of taking the sell here, I'll love to take the sell here. So that I'll be able to avoid this type of situation where market closed below this new opening gap. It should keep falling, but it didn't fall, it went higher. And whenever market went through the gap, look at the speed. See, retrace, boom, every time. And whenever it did this type of consolidation or Mickey Mouse move, it respected. Look here, it respected. Then market was bearish, market fall. But before falling, look at the speed. So if this type of speed I found, then I will start to look for a sell maybe around this area so that I can catch that run. Okay. I hope that guys it's absolutely clear to all of you. This is 8:30 open. This is the what to say, I mean the midnight open. So above the midnight open is actually best place to take the sell. Below both midnight open and 8:30 open, below that area is the best area to look for buy. So we'll see how it's going to work until market is above this new opening gap. Still, it is above the new opening gap, right? Market went through this new opening gap, come back again and using it as a support. I should keep looking for buy. I can't look for sell. My intention here, what I will do, I will wait to see if market can break the new opening gap and then start to go for that sell liquidity or not. If it do that, I'll preferably go for that sell. If market doesn't do that, then maybe I will look for these gaps for any kind of buying opportunity when market will be above that new opening gap. It's low probability for me. It's high probability for me. So from there to there, it's a high probability for me. From there to there, it's a low probability for me. I'm coming to this point from weekly chart. not from 15-minute chart. I'm coming to this point from weekly chart. Why this is high probability? This is low probability for me. Okay. So this is how I'm going to determine my bias, how it is going to work in that specific area. That is where I'm going to look for the bias. The day before yesterday, if you remember, we are looking for buy until a certain level. Then we started to look for sell, but market never provided us any kind of selling opportunity. So it keep going higher. I don't care. I was looking for buy until this area. It has provided me the buying opportunity. I got my profit. I'm done. Rest of the day, what happened? I don't care about that. I was looking for buy. I got that buy. Now I'm looking for sell. If it provide me the sell, I'll go for that sell. Otherwise, I'll let this market go because it's extremely dangerous to trade over there. Anybody has any type of question? I'm going to remove this. This is the 7 a.m. Killzone entry. I told that if you remember the hourly breakaway gap, 50%, this is that breakaway gap. This is the entry gap. I just kept it the inverse gap here. But the breakaway gap market reached until the 50% of that gap. That is the same thing I want to see from the hourly chart, that market is not going to here. This is the 50%. Remember, let me show you one more time. This is that hourly last gap, this gap, and this gap. They are the same gap. It reached until the 50%. It reached until the 50%. Then it reversed. I want to see it is going to reverse again from that area. It is going to reverse again. I want to see those type of things. This entry explanation I have already uploaded to our YouTube channel. It's not an high. I have already shared entry here. Okay. So you can see actually the time is not going to support you. So that is the entry. I took that entry and I took a photo, uploaded it to the stream. I mean to the Discord, and then the next entry is actually the boom. So not like after getting the profit, I showed you. No, I didn't do that. Whenever I saw that entry opportunity, I go for that one. This is 8:30. Market has taken all the liquidity, and then all the liquidity has been taken, and then market is doing this consolidation. 9:30 open. So let me remove all of these things. Let me show the opening gap. So this is the opening gap, and this is the 50% of that opening gap. My first interest to see that if it can reach until this 50% of that opening gap. That is my first intention to see. Even if I'm looking for sell, I want to see if it can reach until the 50% of that opening gap or not. In the meantime, we'll look for the first presented gap. So this is the 9:30 candle. Let's see if it can make the first presented gap or not. Until now it's safe. Now it's not valid anymore as an first presented gap, if I'm not wrong. Lower quadrant here, 25%, 50%, 70%, 100% of that opening gap. I prefer, even if it would love to fall, to reach until that 50% first. It doesn't need to reach until that area, but I prefer that it will reach until the 50% first, then it will fall. Or if it keep going higher, either way it's going to trade that 50%, right? So that is the first intention, to see if it can reach for that area or not. In the meantime, I'll look for the first presented gap. No, Murshad, I don't use the SMT anymore. The reason is right now I have just one monitor. Okay, uh, so in one monitor, observing the SMT is nearly impossible. So I stopped using that SMT. Kitty Khan, you are already too late, brother. Too late. Now, guys, last half an hour, I keep talking about the bias, what is going to happen, everything, step by step. Now, if you ask me now, what is the bias? How can I give you the reply? It takes 30 minutes to explain the bias. How can I say that it's bullish, it's bearish? Is it really possible, brother? Hey, Outlander, how are you, brother? Oh, by the way, Earn to Trade. Okay, I really got surprised because they are the best deal right now. Thank you, guys, Jack T and the other people who actually told me about that Earn to Trade platform. It's really awesome because they are going to provide you 50K account just by $76, and you don't need to pay the activation fees. But if you get the first payout, they will take maybe $139 from your first payout. But it doesn't matter because you don't need to pay it by your from your pocket, right? So if you can make the profit, then they will take that money from your profit. So you don't need to worry about that. Instead of that, what I really get surprised by seeing that if you buy on 50K account, then you will be able to reach until 400K account, which is gonna be the live account as well. That is a awesome opportunity, and I believe that this offer, that 70% offer, that means they have this 50% offer. And if you use the link I have provided to the comment box, to the pin comment, and also in the description, if you use that link, you will get 70% off. That is going to cost $76 for 50K account. And you guys can take a look. Actually, I really like the way they have offered us something very special. That means I will buy one 50K account, one 50K account, but I'll be able to manage 400K account. Oh man, that's awesome. Thanks for the penguin. Thank you, Outlander. I know that you're great, man. You're awesome. Earn to Trade are older than Apex and many other prop firms. I never heard about this jacket, to be honest, man. But today, last day when you guys told me about this Earn to Trade, it's really awesome. I mean, the opportunity they're providing us is better than lot other prop firm. Right now, 50K account is just for $76. If you are able to pass it, then they will give you the profit. With the profit, they will give you an opportunity to trade from 100K account. What else do you need? I don't need anything else. Then 100K account to 150K account and finally 400K account. Seriously? So you will pay for 50K account, but you will manage 400K live account and live money, man. So far, I'm watching this nude opening gap high and the lower quadrant. This is the lower quadrant. This is the nude opening gap high. Market is just bouncing between both of them, waiting to see that if market can make a first presented gap. My first intention to see that if it can reach until this red line. That is my first intention to see. I don't want to see that it will fall, keep falling before reaching over here. So why is that? Because in the meantime, it will trade that 15-minute gap as well. See this 15-minute gap here, entry gap. At least until this gap, it will trade until that gap. So if I would love to take a buy, that is logical to me because market is above the new opening gap. So I'm able to look for a buy, but I'm not able to look for a sell. If market keep going higher, that is the best opportunity for me to look for a buy. Let me check how much is it. 82, 87. Guys, don't forget to push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are new. Okay. Right now, as like I really love some word from Jack T. It's a 1 minute piano. After 9:30 open market started to make the 1 minute piano. Oh man. So this is the entry gap. Wanna see if market can reach at least until this entry gap or not. Now some of you can say that this is your entry gap, so you can mark the first presented gap after 9:30. Obviously you can use this one, but I'm not interested to use this gap as my first presented gap after 9:30. Okay. I'm not trying to rebrand anything. That is the way I will mark my way the first presented gap after 9:30, and I'll use that gap according my way. This is that 50% of that opening gap, 9:30 opening gap, 50% is that red line. So far it has reached until this opening gap 50%. Let's see if it can reach until this entry gap or not. Until now I didn't find my first presented gap after 9:30, so I didn't mark it. So if any of you would love to mark this gap as your first presented gap, your congratulations, you're good to go for that. I'm not interested. So here is a gap, you can see there. This is a gap. I'm just not interested to mark that gap as my first presented gap. It would be the best if it could tap to this low of that entry gap. That could be the best. Okay. Mm. If any of you would love to mark this as a first presented gap after 9:30 according to ICT, please go for that. I'm not interested to mark this as my first presented gap, so I'm not going to use this gap. No way. I mean, no other any other way. I'm not going to use this one. I don't know what is that exact English word. I'm not going to use this gap. Okay, to be honest. So I'll wait at least five handle gap. At least that gap should be five handle. If I get it, I'll mark it, and then I will utilize that gap as my entry point. It would be the best if it could tap to the low of that gap. Let me check the hourly gap actually. Okay, from the hourly chart, it has traded this gap. Okay. Mhm. From the volume balance, if I mark it, then it has traded this gap. But if I keep it here, let me see, okay, if it can reach until this area or not. But it has from the hourly chart, sorry, from the volume balance, it has already traded that entry gap. Right, to that gap is inexistent in micro contract. Oh, okay, then it's cool. Yeah, I'm not interested to mark that one. But again, that is according to ICT the first presented gap. So whoever would love to mark that one, you are good to go. Just don't blame me. That's my request. Waiting. You do not mark that gap, bro. Which one, brother? I'm going to mark the gap. Don't worry, I'll mark the gap. If I find the gap, I'll mark that gap. So far I can see that market has traded the 50% of that opening gap. That is the most important thing. If it happens, I'm very much confident about selling. Very much about selling. Okay. First entry, which is we are going to outline the first presented gap entry. For the first presented gap entry, I don't care about anything. Not nude opening gap, constant encroachment, sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity, fair value gap, nothing at all. Wherever I will find my first presented gap, I'll use that gap. But according to the price action, if I would love to take a sell, I have to wait until this low is broken from 15 meter. And the way I told you that is, speed, that type of speed, that will help me to think about the sell side liquidity here. That sell side liquidity 21,738. All I need just these two time frame, 15-minute chart and 1 minute chart. I need nothing else. This two time frame is more than enough. It's from Thursday 12th December, brother. Thursday 12th December. These two new opening gap, it's from Thursday 12th December. By the way, my funded futures are going to increase their amount for 50K accounts. So if anyone will love to trade through the funded futures, make sure that you have bought the AVAL before 31st of December. Because after 31st of December, they are going to increase the amount for 50K. Now it's $80 and later it's gonna be more. So please make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard. And about the Tradify direct funding, still there is 35% discount until 31st of December. So you can use the link. You will get it to the comment box or in the description. Market opened here, okay? This is the candle where market opened. That candle, specifically that candle. And then market is doing this. Who wants to trade in this area? I am not interested. No worries, Murshad RVP. You're new, brother? I didn't see your name before. Guys, don't forget to push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are new. Waiting for the opportunity. If I find the opportunity, I'll go for that. Otherwise, I will wait, okay, until getting some confirmation or something very good. I'll keep waiting. That's cool. Boots. Yeah, trading is your own decision. If you want to take the buy, please go for that. I have no problem. I'm not looking for buy, but if you want to look for buy, go for that, man. Maybe market will go high. I don't know. But I'm not interested to take the buy right. Yeah. I'm not sure it will be the first presented gap or not, but if it is the first presented gap, then cool. 767.96. I will mark it from the volume balance. Okay. So here. After this candle close, if the gap is still here, then this is gonna be the plan. At least my stop loss should be there over here. So I would love to take my entry from there. Okay, something like this. Or I can do one more thing actually, take more risk and put it over here, keep it there. If it doesn't take me, it's okay. I'm not looking for any kind of sell right now according to the price action. No sell I'm interested to take right now. I'll wait until the body close below this nude opening gap, and I want to see this type of, see this run, this speed. I need this speed here. What happens to me after 31st of December? I already buy and trade start. If you have already bought it, then no problem. I mean, you got the discounted price, right? Like $80, something like that. So it's cool. I just told that after 31st of December, if anyone would love to buy my funded futures, they have to pay more. That's all I told. Murshad, you have to practice more, brother. With you have to practice more. You have to build the confidence. You have to work with your your model, and you have to stop over trading. There is only one thing that can stop you from being profitable, and that is called over trading. The guys who actually missed the first part of this stream, please watch the first part. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that that's gonna help you a lot. Then you have to work with your model, brother. Whatever model you are using, you have to work with your model. Be the master of one model. Don't take entry depending on that fair value gap, 22 IT model, breaker block, inversion gap, water block. Don't do that. Instead of that, strict with your own model. I'm going to remove it because market didn't provide me any entry opportunity. Market didn't came back again to this first presented gap, so I'm going to remove it, and I would love to see that how it is going to fall. So if it keep falling and then close below this nude opening gap, you know what I explained here, how I want to see the candle is going to go through this nude opening gap, how I want to see that. Everything I explained over there. So if it happens over here, then I will try to find and sell selling opportunity until this sells at liquidity. I'm not going to cry because it I missed this one. I was looking for sell. I was first looking for buy until this area. Then I was started to look for sell. Market didn't provide me that selling opportunity. So that doesn't mean I'm going to cry because I know what I'm looking for. Still, I have a lot of opportunity. My sell side liquidity is here. That is my sell side liquidity. So it's my intention to see can market fall here. Look at the candle size here. Okay, so far it is not closed yet, but look at the candle. Similar to like this or like this, isn't it similar to like them? I love to see this type of things around this new opening gap. Okay. AFX, how are you, man? We have new week opening up from 8 December around 21,911. 21,911. 21,911. 911. Uh, it is inside the new day opening gap, I guess. Jack. Yeah, we found the moneymaker here. Welcome back. By the way, welcome back, AFX. Guys, to be honest, are you kidding me? Push the like button, guys. Push the like button, like button, like button, like button. We have a lot of things, brother. Let's see what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that candle close. How this candle is going to close. I'm waiting for that. Is it going to close below this new opening gap? Is it going to close inside this new opening gap? How it is going to close? That is all I'm now waiting for. Not interested to look for sell. Not interested to look for buy. I'm just waiting. I have a destination here. Okay, so I want to catch some kind of meat from the bone. I don't want to catch whole meat from the whole bone. I don't want to. I don't need it. So I will wait for that specific moment to provide me an opportunity so that I can catch that run. For that run, I need some kind of confirmation first. Right now, market went higher, fall, retracement, then start to fall again. We'll see that. In the meantime, how this new opening gap is going to hold the price, I want to see that as well. Yeah, you can go for that, Tamimi. You can go for that. I have no problem. No, Butes, I can't look for sell in here. No sell according to the price action here until the body close below the new opening gap. Until that is not going to happen, I'm not interested to look for any sell. This is the selling opportunity from the first presented gap. We are observing this gap so that we can find out something very specific from the first presented gap. It's not according to the price action. There is no price action, there is nothing. Just think this is a clean chart, empty chart. In that empty chart, you have just the first presented gap. Whenever it will first come to this gap, I want to see some kind of 25 handle reaction from that gap. If one body can close one tick above that gap, I'll close my trade over there and switch my entry to the buy side. Okay? Instead of selling, buy side. I'll go for the buy side. This entry is not according to the price action. So there is no price action that is related with this entry. Little more, little more, little more, little more, little more. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Don't kidding me. Don't kidding me. Don't kidding me. I'm gonna hate you. I thought that I'll put my limit order around that new opening gap low. I thought that. Oh man. Sorry, new opening gap high. There you go. I'm here. If the body close one tick above that gap, I'll close this trade. Immediately I will switch my buy. Instead of selling, I'll go for the buy. My stop loss is here. I know I didn't cover the high of that gap of that candle which has made this first presented gap, but still I would love to see that it will provide me at least 25 and we'll see it. In the meantime, I would love to see if it can provide me at least 20 handle or not. Okay? So far, it has provided me 19 handle to tick. Walaikum salam, brother. Our Bangladesh. I'm in hypertension now. I'll read read the comment after a little, okay? I'm in hypertension right now. If this candle can close one tick above this high, I'll close this entry and I'll take re-entry for the buy. If the body doesn't close above that high, it will be like this. I'm not going to change anything over here, or I'm not going to do anything over there. It will close one tick, I'll close the trade, I'll take re-entry. When it tap to this gap, I'll take re-entry for the buy. Until then, it will be like this, and I'll look for 25 handle here. Stop loss is now for 13 handle. I'm sorry for that, but I love to trail the stop loss this way, because now it should work as an order block here. This up close body close candle, they should work as an order block. If really market would love to go higher, they will be violated, and either way I'll get stopped out. So I don't need to wait for that huge loss. Instead of that, I just minimized my loss from 17 handle to 13 handle, and then I'll let this go. If it go for the sell side liquidity, I'll go for that. Perfect. Otherwise, I'll switch the chart and take the buy. This entry is depending on that first presented gap. So I'm showing you how I'm going to interrupt here in this first presented gap. I'm going to use this gap. 19 handle two tick two times. Let's say just two for two more ticks. It didn't hit my partial, which is around the 20 handle, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Let me check actually. Oh, okay, there you go. I got the partial. Target is 25 handle. I'll put my stop loss to the break even now. Okay, my stop loss is to the break even, and if it provide me 25 handle, I'm more than happy. And there you go. Tata, bye bye, khatam. 25 handle. Okay, it was 25 handle one tick, but I'm sorry, it should be 25 handle. Tata, bye bye, khatam. How far it will go, I don't care. I keep saying this. How far it will go, I don't care. All I care 25 handle. Does it provide me 25 handle or not? That's all. Okay. If and only if one candle close above that high, I would close this trade even before getting stopped out. I closed that trade. I took rebuy over the rebuy using this as an first presented gap. This is the theme I told you about, the first presented gap, and I told that I'm gonna make the history. This is the sign of the history. Okay, where you need nothing except this first presented gap, and it's very specific, at least 5 handle gap after 9:30. Okay, okay. Again, guys, I'm not saying any of you to use this first presented gap because it's not the first presented gap according to ICT. According to ICT, there is another gap which is around this area, which is the first presented gap. See this gap, a very small gap here. Let me show you this. And to be honest, I really don't know how to use this gap here. That is the first presented gap according to ICT. Now, how you are going to use this gap, I have no idea. But I would love to use this gap, which is going to give me at least 25 handle. How far it will give me? Rest, how far you wanna hold? I don't care. All I care, 25 handle. Did it provide me 25 handle? Yes, sir. How much did it? 39 handle. That's cool. 2017M Killzone entry. Look, what I'm looking for, only sell. Did you see? Just sell. Here also, I'm looking for sell. Yeah, if this is inverted, then I would start to look for buy, but until then I'm only looking for sell. Thank you guys for that boom. No, we didn't close too early, Lucas. We closed at the same, at the level where we should close. We should close around 25 until we have closed that area, so it's not early. Okay, brother. So first presented gap, if you want to use it the way I'm using, then you have to follow everything I told you. 25 handle is not something I randomly choose. 25 handle is not something I randomly choose. I saw that most of the time market provide me 30 handle. Most of the time, at least 30 handle. Sometimes it fails to reach until 30 handles, so I prefer 25 handle from the first presented gap to 30 handle. Sorry, 25 handle. I'm in safe hand, but sometimes I can get a stopped out, so it's better to get a partial around 20 handle, or at least put a stop loss at the break even when market will provide you 20 handle. At least you didn't get stopped out before 25 handle. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, Outlander, I told you to use at least one, two micro contract every single day from the first presented gap. Please, this is for your, for building the confidence. It's written here, okay, according to me. So don't think that I'm rebranding anything. I'm just giving you any false information. No, sir, it's according to me. This is the first presented gap, but I really don't know how to use this gap. So I'm going to remove it from my chart. My bias is still bearish. I'm interested to look for sell only. Congratulations, ex Lavem. Congratulations, brother. Yeah, that is the part, brother. You got your profit, stop. You got your profit, just stop over there. I don't care where the market will go, where what is it is going to do. I don't care about anything else. I got my profit, I'm done. That's all. Today's London session was awesome. I was watching this market. This London session I was watching. It was awesome. Actually, at least I like the London session. Today's London session. It was so beautiful. So from 15-minute chart, it's like big wick here. Then this is an indecisive candle. Still, I'm looking for sell. My all interested to think that market will fall, but I will start to look for sell if and only if market close speed below this new opening gap low. Then and only then I'll start to look for sell. In my opinion, this gap is a random gap. Okay, so market came here, you can see it came here until that area. Yeah, it has traded this new opening gap low because body didn't close below this new opening gap low, so it has traded the new opening gap low. It's okay. But if you look for this fair value gap, it's a random fair value gap, so I don't care about this gap. If there was no new opening gap low, I would say that no, this market is falling again at least until this gap. But as I have this new opening gap low, it can reverse by using that new opening gap low as a support. But this gap, if anyone is giving priority to this gap, I will say that you're wrong. You should not give the priority to this gap because this is a random gap. It's not fair value gap. It's a gap, just a gap. No, I didn't trade the London session. I was watching the market, just watching the market. I was sleeping, I was watching, I was sleeping, I was doing like this. No, please somebody don't get confused by this gap because this gap is actually valid from here, from this volume balance. So it has actually traded that entry gap from 15-minute chart. It's cool, okay? It's a gap. It's not fair value gap. I have explained what is fair value gap, what is just gap with some value. But this is a gap who is it doesn't have any kind of value. It's a middle gap or something like just a gap, nothing else. No, I really don't want to go to that conversation now. It's a long conversation actually. So market actually went higher above the 830 open in extremely, I mean not extremely, but little premium here because extreme premium is there. If market can go here, it's extreme premium. But still, this is also a premium area because it is above the 830 open. How you are going to use that 830 open? This 830 open is important until 1130. So if you know about the PO3 and think this PO3 from the morning session. Okay, just think this is the morning session PO3. This is 830 where the morning session is start. So this is the opening price around 830. Above the 830, this is the manipulation. So here I got the manipulation there. Now expansion until 11, maybe until 11 it will expand. Then around 1130 it will reset and closed there. This is how I'm going to use that 830. With 830, if I find the daily, okay, this is the daily open. For example, this is the daily open as well. This line is the daily open. This is the 830 open here, and this is the daily open or midnight open. 12:00:00 open. If it is here, then it is in extremely premium. I'm interested to look for sell here. But the daily is here. Daily open is there. This is 830 open. Still, this is premium, but not extreme premium. X Platinum, brother, I have explained very good way, in a very good way around the beginning of this stream. So after completing this stream, I mean after finished this stream, you please watch the first part of this stream. I went from weekly chart to 15-minute chart just to explain why I'm looking for bearishness. So please watch that part. It will clear all of your doubt. Okay, guys, 200 people are watching, 107 likes. Make sure that you have put the like. And yeah, if any of you are new, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. How many subscribers do I get? I got one subscriber. Thank you so much. Whoever subscribed to our channel, don't forget to give us a message so that we can know that you are the new guy with our family. X Platinum, I explained it for near about half an hour. So it's gonna be the repeated thing. So please watch it. It will be there. Listen everything I told over there. Same here. This gap. Look at that gap. It's not a fair value gap. See this gap? It's not a fair value gap. So market came to this gap. Now if you're thinking that now market is going higher, I'm not seeing like this way. This gap, I don't have any value to that gap. I'm going to give the priority this constant crossment instead of this gap, because if market would love to use the gap, it should reach at least until this gap here. So until that specific gap, like market volume balance to volume balance here, it has been filled 100%. So I will start to look for a breaker block to look for a sell. If it provide me a selling opportunity here from the breaker block, I'll go for the breaker block entry. If it keep going higher, I will keep waiting, because for buying opportunity I have to wait for a very big run, okay, bull run from the 15-minute chart. And from here, look at the constant crossment, how it is holding the price. See, remember, you will observe this new day opening gap from your 15-minute chart. The constant crossment, how it is holding this price. Very nice way it is holding the price. Let's see if it can make a breaker block and start to fall again, or is it keep going higher. If it started to keep going higher, I will wait until a 15-minute candle close, and then I will start to frame a buying opportunity over here. I'm not interested to use this first presented gap anymore for my entry. It's been filled, so I don't need it. Your first like is mine today. Thank you, brother, for providing the likes, man. I only ask for the likes, which is absolutely for free. If my pronunciation was like a British speaker or American speaker, my subscriber would be like 50,000 now. Just because of my pronunciation, I know that I don't get the subscriber that much support. But the guys who are supporting me for so long now, I'm really grateful to all of you. And I believe that I'm not making you frustrated. Now look over here. One thing. I'm not interested to take this one, but I'm just showing you this. Okay, this candle has closed here. For example, this candle is actually that candle. Okay, this candle is actually that candle. In that type of situation, what I would do, I would close this trade and I would take re-entry when this candle tap to this gap. So my entry would be like this. I would take re-entry here, going to put my stop loss below the candle which has made this gap. So here, this candle has made this gap. So I would put it here with covering this new opening gap low, going to target 25 handle. So here, that is the 25 handle. I would go for this type of buying opportunity. If market could close here, like the same thing would happen here, then I would go for that buy. As I have already got the 25 handle from this first presented gap, I'm not interested to use this first presented gap anymore to take my entry. Hey Slate, how are you, brother? It's been a long. I didn't see your name, man. I was looking for you in Discord actually. I thought that you are taking the break now because it's the Christmas time. And good to see you again, brother. Dude, I'm a white American. You are the best trader on YouTube, brother. Way better than anybody with an American ex. Hey Stux, thanks for that, man. Thanks for that. Thank you so much, man. Understand how to trade right way. Hey Tony, that's a big compliment, brother. Thank you for that compliment, man. Buddha's 1020, 1022 gap, 1020, 1022 gap. If you are looking for long, for example, you are looking for a long, this is the buying opportunity from this gap. Forget about this first presented gap. There is no first presented gap. Okay, so when it tap to this gap, it's your entry. Your stop loss is going to cover the breakaway gap. So that's gonna be your entry here, and target wherever you want to target. That's gonna be your entry because market went lower, give you the market structure shift, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap. So you will go for the buy from that entry gap and then no something until whatever you want. I'm not looking, I wasn't looking for buy, so I am not interested to look for buy. Even when market is below this first presented gap, nobody has closed. Now this candle body closed above this first presented gap. So you are good to go for the buy from there. If your bias is bullish, again, if your bias is bullish, you are good to go for the buy. But if this candle didn't close above the first presented gap, I'm not going to support that buy from here because this first presented gap, see how it is, how it stopped the market. It could stop the market same way here as well. So in past we have seen that a lot of time market struggle to break that first presented gap. That's why I always prefer that market close above that first presented gap, then I would start to look for a buying or selling opportunity. Doing that propulsion block, I'm gonna keep that order block only. Hey Sharada, thanks for that compliment, man. Hey Chicky Picky, how are you, brother? Long time I don't read your name, Chicky Picky. Dude, I've been here since 3800. Yeah, Nicola, I know that you are with me so for so long, but I thought that you were like long before than 3800. But yeah, your English is 500% more understandable. I actually look for your voice when I open the chat. Okay, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're giving me more confident that yeah, brother, your English is okay. I always feel down or I feel low just because of my accent. I you know, like Aqua Fund, Earn to Trade those. Oh, okay, our Bangladesh. I really prefer Earn to Trade because of their offer. Okay, to be honest, it's awesome. The Earn to Trade offer is awesome. I will talk about this after a little because right now I'm seeing that if it can provide me any buying opportunity or not. So I'm just waiting for a buying opportunity because this candle has closed. As you can see, it has closed above this nude opening gap and rejected from that constant crossment. So I want to see if it can provide me any kind of buying opportunity. As I'm looking for a buy, so let me actually wait for that. Then we'll look for see this candle. If it tap to this candle one more time, I'll go for the buy. So I'm going to remove this order block. If this candle close above that candle and then tap to this candle one more time, I'll go for that buy. Here, stop loss is going to cover that order block, just order block low here. Okay. If this candle tap here, I'll go for the buy. Target the 50% here and would love to take a partial to this stop. Just exactly here, I would love to take a partial here. I can't put my stop loss much more, much more higher because I have to cover that order block, which has traded this first presented gap, the lowest down close body close candle. So I can't put it little higher. I have to put it at least one tick below this candle. First partial should be until this area. This is going to be my first partial, which is not enough. I know that 17 handle is not good for some of you, but this is the area where I should look for a partial and then I will target until the 50% of that entry gap. My intention to see that can it go at least provide me that first partial. Then here, I didn't do anything over here. The first reason was this 50-minute candle didn't close above this nude opening gap, but when it has closed here, look at the speed. See the speed, how it has closed there. I love this type of speed. Made this order block by trading the first presented inverse gap. Tap to this order block. I'm already in the market. First partial is over there. By the way, my entry is here, there. So it's like 20 handle, I guess. Yeah, it's near about 20 handle. So let's see if it can provide me that 20 handle. I will move my stop loss if and only if I get an fair value gap around this area. Then I will move my stop loss higher. Or if it can give me at least the partial, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. Okay, so there is also some accent problem. Oh man. Now, where you will close your trade, it's up to you. I'm just going to close it over here. That doesn't mean you have to close it here as well. You can hold your trade for the runner. I am not interested about runner. So that is the logical level for me. I want to close it around that area. That's all. But where you want to close your trade, it's up to you. I'm just going to close it over here if it can provide me that. Don't get confused by so many lines over here. This is that 15-minute bearish gap. From here you can see this is the 15-minute bearish gap here. This line, this thin line here, here, then there, the opening gap. This is the new day opening gap high. That's all. Okay, so there is not so many lines. Don't get confused by those lines. This is the order block. This is the mid threshold. That is the last line. Market can close. I mean, this body should not close below this line. Even if it would love to go little lower, it can trade until the min threshold. Body should respect that min threshold of that order block and then keep going higher. I went against my bias, but according to the price action, I should look for buy now. No sell is valid anymore, so I am not able to look for sell. Sell is going to be valid again if and only if body can close below this new opening gap. Until then, no sell is valid. So I'm bound to look for and buy. When I found that opportunity, the candle has closed there, uh, here. Okay, that is the 15-minute candle close. This candle has closed here. Trade 1-minute candle. Trade this first presented gap, which is a perfect inverse gap now. Trade that inverse first presented gap. Order block, lowest down close body close candle, which is my order block. Took my entry from this order block, covered that order block only, and then I told that I'm gonna move my stop loss if and only if there is a gap, fair gap. Okay? This is that propulsion block. I wanna see this propulsion gap block will hold the price and send the market much more higher. This propulsion block should not be broken now. Propulsion block. Okay. Now, if I get the partial, at least the partial, I'll put my stop loss to the break even so that I'll cover the 50% of that propulsion block and also the order block. Okay. So I'll cover both of them if and only if it can provide me the first partial. In this time, this is the thing you should not do. I will put my stop loss over here below this propulsion block to minimize my loss. So here, 7 handle. Because this propulsion block should not be broken now. I'm believing like that. But sometimes shit happens. It actually stop me out. I get stopped out prematurely. But I want to see that it will provide me at least the partial. Well, it has made the exact highs. It's dangerous. Making exact highs is dangerous. Well, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. I'm sorry, but it has made the exact highs. I am afraid of those exact highs. So I'll put my stop loss to the break even. If I get a stopped out, I'm okay with that. So far, it has provided me 20, 15 handle, something like that. Right now, 15 handle. You can close it over here if you want. But I would love to put it to the break even, and I would love to see that it will reach at least until this area, at least until this min threshold. So here is that gap which I want to see as unfilled. This gap. Remember here there was an unfilled gap. What was that? I guess it was there maybe. There, yeah, it was there. So I was looking for a breaker block here. Market keep going higher, so it doesn't want to fall. I don't care about that. Market started to go higher. I want to see this gap is going to be unfilled now, and that should be happen by this specific candle. This is the third candle that should leave this gap open. If it fill this gap 100%, then I will keep looking for this gap. But if it doesn't close this gap 100%, I will keep this gap here because I don't need the unfilled gap anymore. At least one tick should be open here. One tick is okay, but it should be open. Netkit, you have to watch the first part of this stream, please. Whoever is confused about the bias, please watch the first part. This portion of this gap is still open by that specific candle. So I'm not looking for unfilled gap anymore. I got the unfilled gap here. If market fill this gap 100%, I will start to look for buy again from the breaker block. Whoever is interested or sorry confused about the bias, please watch the first part of this stream. Everything will be clear. Please. Otherwise, I can't just explain those things right now again. It's nearly impossible for me. I can't do that. Come back again and stop me out. Give me the partial, which is like 90 handle, one tick. Give me the partial, stopped me out to the break even. Am I going to cry? 100% no. Because that was the obvious level where I should take the partial. Rejection block. I took the partial. Now it will fall. I don't care. See, it came until this area. Maybe it will fall and take that low as well. I don't care. I've already got my partial and then got stopped out to the break even. I'm happy with that. I'm going to remove all of these things because a lot of line actually made me confused as well. And going to remove this opening gap as well. Sorry. Yeah, this is the 50-minute entry gap. And if I go for the body week to week, yeah, now it has provided what I was wanted to see. Exactly tap to this gap. That was the perfect thing. Perfect thing. Now let's see if it can fall again. I'm watching this down close body close candle. Can it work as a breaker block? Not willing to take sell from this breaker block, just observing this gap. Why selling is not valid? First of all, it is above the nude opening gap. Secondly, it is above this first presented gap. So no sell is valid. I'm just observing, can it work as a breaker block? That's all I'm interested to see. Can it work as a breaker block? And keep falling again. Not interested to look for sell anymore here. I'm not interested look for sell anymore here. If I get an opportunity to look for buy, I'll go for buy. But selling is not sell. I can't look for sell. In short, I can't look for sell here. Can you please give a heads up before you take a contract? That will be helpful. I didn't understand, Archana. What did you say? I mean, what do you mean by heads up? And because everything I'm doing here in live, and I'm just 3 seconds delayed. So whatever I'm doing here, you are seeing this after 3 seconds. And I'm putting the limit order. I'm putting the limits partial. I'm moving my stop loss by saying that when and how I'm going to. Okay, I mean, yeah. I would love to wait until 11 now to see if it started to fall again or if it keep going higher. So from now to until 11, I'll keep watching this market. I want to see how it is going to react this area. Katie Khan, what you are asking, brother, I'm a noob, okay? So please ask the question in our Discord. They will be able to help you. We have a lot of uh you know best guys in Discord. They will be able to help you. This is not a sell, okay? I'm just observing it because in my opinion this is a possibility. But I'm not interested to take that sell because first of all it is above this first presented gap, above the new day opening gap high. I'm not interested to take that sell, but I'm observing this sell. Market has made this breaker block. Okay, it has reached until this order block. Actually, it should be there. So here, that is the breaker block, order block. Here, the low of that area is the breaker block, order block. You know that, right? So can this breaker block, order block hold the price and send it lower again? Again, I'm not taking this sell. I'm just observing this sell. This is a probability. I'm just watching this probability, nothing else. I'm not interested to take this sell. I'm just observing it. Why I'm not taking this sell? Because market is above this first presented gap, above the new day opening gap high. It can simply keep going higher. I'm not interested to take the sell here. I'm just observing it. It is not my sell. It is not my entry. It's just a possibility. It's a probability. Though the stop loss is very small, I was thinking like go for this trade because of 9 handle. But later I just removed the plan from my mind because you will get confused. But according to the price action it's an opportunity for me, but as just because the stop loss is very small, 9 handle, but I'm not going to go for that one. You're most welcome, X11. No sir, I didn't get stopped out yet. It has traded the breaker block mean threshold, the 50%. My stop loss covered that mean threshold. You can see this is the high of that order block, but my stop loss is one tick above that 50% of that breaker block. So I didn't get stopped out yet. Okay, yet I didn't get stopped out. If I get stopped out, then I will say you something. I'll tell you something actually. Yeah, I got stopped out. Whatever happens, I don't care. I would go for this sell. Whatever happens, I don't care. I would go for this sell. Here in live, I just didn't push my button because you will say, brother, you told no sell is valid above the new day opening gap. No sell is valid above the first presented gap after 9:30. Why did you take that sell? I have no answer for that. But whatever happened, I would go for this sell in my if I was trading alone. I got stopped out. I don't care. I would go. I would look for re-entry opportunity there. I would mark that candle as my order block instead of this candle because now this is the highest up close body close candle. I would go for re-entry. But here I'm not going for that. Okay, because I have no answer for that. If this candle close below this candle, tap to this candle, I would go for that sell again. I mean, I would go for that, but it's not a selling opportunity. No sell is valid when market is above the first presented gap, when market is above the new day opening gap. I'm telling you the truth about myself. That's all, brother. Now, if you wanna judge me, you can judge me. This candle closed there. If it tapped to this can that area, that could be my re-entry here. And maybe I would be already pushed to my button, and stop loss is gonna be just one tick above that candle, just one tick above that candle. Target is gonna be this last gap. See this last gap? This is gonna be my target. I would go for this re-entry. 9 handle again. I would take that 9 handle risk. As it reached until the open, I'm going to mark the open instead of the low. But entry would be there. Okay, copy trading is not allowed here. I'm not here to show you some entry, okay? I'm just here to explain the price action and when and how I just mark the entry opportunity. That's all is my intention to do all of this live. So if any of you would love to copy my trade, they're taking it in a wrong way. Please don't do that. It's not going to help you. Don't depend with other people on other people. Don't do that. This 15 handle, it could be my first partial here. That would be my first partial to the top of this nude opening gap, and then I will hold my trade until this last gap. Let's see if it can provide me first the first first partial or not. Again, I'm not going for this trade. Please don't push the button. No entry is valid when market is above the nude opening gap, when market is above the first presented gap. I'm just showing you some possibilities, probabilities. The reason is I am bearish. My bias is bearish, right? Market perfectly rejected from the low of this entry gap from the 15-minute chart here. See this 15-minute chart? Look at the reaction from the entry gap low. See the reaction? Perfect reaction. Fall, made this breaker block here, was waiting to see if can this breaker block can hold the price or not. Then made this highest up close body close candle, which was the order block. I tried to take the entry from that order block, got stopped out, made another order block, would love to take another entry from this order block. This is gonna be my first partial, this is gonna be my target. Same here, remember, took the first partial here and then hold my trade until the 50% of that entry gap. Gave me the partial, stopped me out to the break even. Same thing here. If it can provide me at least the partial, I'll put my stop loss to the break even and then I will hold my trade until this last gap if it can provide me that. But please don't go for this sell because no sell is valid. Okay, I got a stopped out, 2 times stopped out, I'm done for this trade. So far I would get to loss over here. And then what I would say? I would say I broke my own rule and it punished me. I broke I broke my own rule and it has punished me. What is my rule? No sell is valid when market is above the nude opening gap. No sell is valid when market is above the first presented gap. Here I have both of them and I went against my own rule and I got punished 2 times. If you wanna broke your rule, it's up to you, man. But you will get punished sometimes. I was feeling so good, but I was going against my rules. And to be honest, I would go for both losing trade here. Both of those losing trade, I would go for that. From 15-minute chart, it has closed above this new day opening gap. What should you look for here? Obviously, only buy. No sell is valid. Now, if you are not good or not thinking that looking for the buy, please don't go for the buy. Don't go for the sell. Stay still over here. Don't do anything. Just stay still. Nothing to do. I'm bullish. Okay, I'm not bullish actually, mark the shark. But I wish that market will go higher. But so far I'm not bullish. I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish as well. I want to see that market will stay here and around this area, so around here. Well, Minato, they have the activation fees, but you don't need to pay it from your pocket. So the system is, let's just let it trade okay, a little bit so that I can actually show you the earn to trade. Yeah, RN, yeah, earn to trade. Yes, this is the earn fund trading 10 days. Yeah. Let me show you this, okay? Start now and clear path here. You see TCP 100k account, 50k account, 25k account. I'm just going for that 50k account, and if this you can see it's like 60% off, but you will get 50% off if you use the link I just pinned the in the comment, and also you will get it to the comment box in the description everywhere. Okay? Your profit goal is $3,000. End of the day drawdown is $2,000. Daily loss limit $1,100. If you can pass it, let me actually enter into that area. I'll go for, how can I show you this? I really don't know how to show this, but see this run here. When you will pass this account, which is actually 50k account, just let me show from here. Maybe you passed this 50k account, then they will provide you two opportunity. One is live account or live sim, any of these two accounts. That is your opportunity. Which one you want to take? If you choose live account, then that's gonna be the trailing drawdown. Okay, trailing drawdown live account, $2,000 maximum, and end of the drawdown is actually live sim. If you don't choose this live sim, instead of that, if you choose live account, then the profit goal is $3,000. If you get that profit, they will give you uh, I guess $2,400. In the meantime, they will take that $139 activation fees and the CME data fees, everything they will take from your profit. Okay, so whatever profit you will make, they will take it from there. You pass it, you don't need to pay anything else. You will have two opportunity: trailing drawdown, or which is the live account, and another one is live sim account. If you can get that profit goal, which is $3,000, they will provide you this 100k account. So you bought 50k account, now they are going to provide you 100k account after after completing this one. If you come here, if you can take that $6,000 profit, it should be like trailing drawdown, obviously, because you choose the live account, and daily loss limit is $2,200. If you get that profit, they will give you back the profit. Okay, they will take some from here, maybe $5,400 they will give you, and 10% maybe they will take from there. I don't remember exactly, but they will cut something from there and they will give you back the rest. You passed this on, they will provide you 200k account. Profit goal is $11,000, trailing drawdown 6,000, daily loss limit 4,400. If you can reach until this profit goal, they will give you back, okay, all the money they will give you back. I mean, they will take maybe 10%, and rest they will pay you. In the meantime, when you will target or you will hit the target, they will provide you this account, sorry, which is this account, live account. Profit goal $40,000, drawdown fixed, it's fixed. I mean, near about $12,000 is your fixed drawdown, and it's the live account, not the sim account, sim funded. It is the live money, real money. Okay, so 8,800 is your daily loss limit. Maximum loss limit is $12,000. So you will buy 50k account, but at the end of the day, I mean, end of the year, or sorry, end of the time, you are going to utilize this 400k account. Do you get my point or not? I really don't know. And it's really so cheap now. You will get like $76 only, which is the cheapest one, in my opinion, the cheapest one right now. Just one problem: if you would love to reach until this 400k, you have to work with this trailing drawdown. If you don't like it, then just go for this live sim. Okay, so you will always work with your 50k account. They are not going to provide you all of this. So you have to work with this live sim account, where end of the day drawdown. Okay, so it's up to you which one you would love to use. If you choose the live account until 400k, then you have to work with the trailing drawdown. That's all. So to be honest, I really appreciate all of those people. I just remembered the name of Jack T. I don't remember the other people who told me about this earn to trade this platform, but it's really the best deal in my opinion. Just make sure that you have used the code, sorry, the link on the pin comment and in the description. Just to use that link. Okay, it's going higher. I won't wait until 11 a.m. to see how it is going to react around 11 a.m. How beautifully this first presented gap hold the price. That is the theme. I'm afraid when I took the sell when market is above the first presented gap. Morad, I remember you, man. How can I forget about you? Live SIM account means paper money. It's live money, but they will give you the paper money to trade. If you can make the profit, they will give you the profit. But it's not the live money. Real money, real dollar. It's not the real dollar. It's the SIM funded account. SIM funded, okay? Like paper money. First presented gap is the gap after 9:30, the first gap, which is at least 5 handle. I'm willing to mark that gap as an first presented gap after 9:30. So this gap is important. I'm also thinking about the first presented gap around the PM session, so around 1:30. I would love to work with that as well. So around 1:30, if I get another first presented gap, I would love to work with that as well. So this is the candle around 11, no volatility at all. This candle fall, tap to this inverse breaker block. To be honest, not the inverse breaker block, don't say it like that way. But let's see. In my opinion, this is an area where I should not trade. Okay, to be honest, I should not trade here because this is the entry gap which is holding the price, and below here I have the new day opening gap. So in my opinion, it's a difficult situation to look for an entry around this area. But yeah, to be honest, it's like bullish. I can't look for any kind of sell here. But according to the price action, I'm not bullish. So I can't look for the buy until market broke that last gap from 15-minute chart. I can't look for a buy. So I'm just not willing to do anything here. Instead, I would let this price go and I will wait for the next premises what market is going to make for me so that I can use that logic here to take buy or sell. Okay, for the hourly chart, so for market again came back again to that new day opening gap high. This is the dollar index, okay? Came back again here to the top of this new day opening gap high and look at the reaction. The reaction between last gap and the new day opening gap. It is in range bound. Market is just ranging in this area. It is unable to break that last gap. It is unable to break that new day opening gap. So it is consolidating here. So it went higher, it went lower, it went higher, it went lower, this type of things. So NQ is doing the same thing, went higher, lower, something like that. Why is that? Because market has to, remember what did I say? Market has to stay inside this candle. So if you are still confused, please watch the first part of this stream. You will understand why we are thinking about the sell run instead of the bull run. It's all related with the weekly candle or weekly chart. Next week still I'm not sure, brother. Next week I need to see wait until the Friday how the market is going to close around Friday. Then I'll be able to talk about the next week. Right now, today is Thursday, so I can't expect what is going to happen next week because tomorrow's price maybe today market is going to close here. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe market will close here and then Friday market will close there. So next week simply I will look for the all-time high. Now what happened today? This gap hold the price, send the market here today. Okay, and yes, tomorrow, that means Friday, market take that trade that new opening gap and take that sell side liquidity, come back again here. So next week, simply I will look for sell. Right now, I can't say what is going to happen next week. I can only predict what is going to happen by today, or maximum tomorrow is also not possible because today's price action. Tomorrow's price action, what is going to happen? It will be able to be explained after London session. Until London session, I don't know what is going to happen by today. Ex-Lavem message retraced, retracted. What did you written, brother? Okay, 123 likes. That's good. And the guy, okay, still 9,353 subscriber. That's cool. Now, guys, anybody has any question? Let me ask. I mean, ask me because I'm not interested to look for any entry right now. I'm like 50-50. I don't know what is going to happen. I can't look for buy. I can't look for sell. So it's 50-50 for me. I would love to wait for better price action until market has to show me some kind of bullishness or it has to show me some kind of bearishness. If I get any bearishness, that is the preferable for me. I prefer sell run only. I'm not interested to look for buy. So if I get the selling opportunity, I'm happy to get that opportunity. No buy is valid for me. In the meantime, if your bias is bullish, please keep thinking about the buying. Okay, don't give a shit about my analysis. Always believe in yourself. First presented gap is valid until 4 p.m. But it's not valid for taking entry anymore. It's gonna be valid because of your direction. That means if you are looking for buy, you will try to take the buy from above the first presented gap. If you are trying to look for sell, you will try to look for sell below the first presented gap. But you will use this first presented gap for your entry. I'm not going to support it anymore. More above that entry gap, we have the last favorable gap from the 15-minute chart as well. So far, I have just marked this gap because I want to see this gap will hold the price, send it lower again. This gap is gonna be untouched. Market is not even going to touch this gap. From 15-minute chart, it's not going to touch this gap. From hourly chart, it has already traded that hourly gap. If I'm not wrong, it has already traded that hourly gap. Yeah, it has already traded that hourly gap. Yeah, it is trading this hourly gap. Tito, can you please explain your second? The second entry, I have already explained it. Okay. Market came here until this area, took all of this liquidity, this new opening gap low, and the constant encroachment. They are holding the price here. I saw that from 15-minute chart. They are holding the price. Then this candle, go dramatically closed there, which is here around that area. This is the first presented gap, lowest down close body close candle, which has traded this first presented gap as a inversed way. This is my order block. I try to take my entry from that order block. My first target was that high, which is the rejection block. So when I got that profit here, I took the partial. My target was that 50% of that hourly entry gap, 50%. My bias was bearish. I was going against my trend. So I took the partial here and I tried to hold it until this area. I put my stop loss to the break even, then got a stop out to the break even. And then market came here, trade that first presented gap one more time here, left that liquidity, see this low and that low, they're relatively equal lows. Let me show you this. Actually not relatively equal lows, it has taken that low. Oh, okay, it has taken that low, but a shallow run with a shallow run, whatever it is. First presented gap traded one more time, went higher, trading the hourly gap, sorry, 50-minute gap low. Now it is hesitating where it will go. Now you can see it's like going nowhere. I'm just not interested to put an entry over there. RT gap, I have already removed it from my chart because this candle has traded the 50% of that RT gap. This candle, okay, the 50% of that RTA is gap. So I don't need that gap anymore. That gap I used to see. Even if I'm bearish, I want to see that price will trade at least until the okay, sorry, I'm my mistake, it's not here, actually it's there. It has traded there, maybe, if I'm not wrong, here or here, whatever it is. I mean, it has just traded the 50%, I guess it was here. Yeah, here, 50% of that RT's gap. So first I wanted to see that it will trade the RT's gap 50%, then it will fall. It fall dramatically here. We tried to catch and sell from there, but market didn't provide us any opportunity. Instead of providing us the opportunity, it keep falling, 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 falling. Come back again to this first presented gap. According to our rules, for the first time it tapped to this first presented gap, I'll go for 25 handle. I took a partial around 20 handle, closed my trade around 25 handle. Market went higher again, used this entry, and now this is how market is going. No, I'm not making my narrative. I told that I'm going against my bias. So I'm just going to catch that run. That's all. That was an obvious run. I went for that run. That's all, brother. But I wasn't making any kind of narrative depending on that inverse gap. My narrative is simple, and narrative should be from the weekly, daily chart. Weekly, daily, 15-minute chart. 1 minute chart doesn't make any kind of narrative, at least not for me. Now, guys, I would love to tell something, okay? I mean, some of you are new here. I can see your name. When you are writing or asking me the question, I can see your name. Now, you are asking me on a lot of question. It's okay. Some of your question I'm just going to ignore or avoid, because the question you are asking, I've already give the answer at the beginning of this stream. For example, what is your bias? Why you are looking for bearishness? Then what is about that first presented gap. This type of question I'm just avoiding. If you are new, keep coming. Don't try to get everything by one stream, it's not possible. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. I promise you, if you keep coming 1 week, you will have no question. But you have to stay here from the beginning to until the end of the stream. Now if you come today and then you will come back again after 1 week, obviously I won't be able to give you anything, because you are not regular. I hope that you will understand the theme I'm trying to say. Just keep coming. You will have no question. I promise you, brother, because I talk too much. Right now, I'm not looking for any entry. Otherwise, you would see that I'm keep explaining this price action, what I'm expecting right now. But I'm not interested about trading anymore here in this area. So I'm just watching this market. Otherwise, I keep explaining this price action. You have to come, okay? Like, 1 day is not enough. You have to come at least 1 week. That means 5 trading days. After 5 trading days, you will have no question. In the meantime, if you study all the area in our YouTube channel, for being profitable, I don't need to be right for the whole day. I just need to be right in a certain moment. Even though it's not a good price action this week and last week, but go and check the first presented gap. How many days it has provided you 25 handles, and then take your decision. Isn't it enough? Out of 10 days, it has provided you 7 winning days. I mean, 7 winning trade, 25 handle, confirmed 25 handle. Maybe 3 days you are going to take losses. My maximum loss is 20 handle. So what I'm going to do? I'm just going to catch that 60 handle loss, or three day loss. But still, I will have 4 winning days. It's more than enough. If you are looking for any entry right now, please go for that. But I'm not looking for any kind of entry right now. I'm just watching this market to see if it can build anything before 11:30 to enter into this market. If you ask me, yeah, I'm only looking for buy here. No selling is valid for me. until market fall and closed here. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell. As it is against my bias, I'm not interested to look for buy. But if I would love to go for, then I have to go for buy. As it is against my bias, I'm not looking for any kind of buy. So I will keep looking for a selling opportunity. If it can provide me any selling opportunity, I love to look for that. Still now there is no selling opportunity, and so I can't push the sell button. I'm the king of this NQ bias. Trust me, man. Very rarely you will see that my direction is wrong. Very rarely. I mean, out of 100 days, you'll see that 80 days my direction is right. And exactly the way I explained the market work like that. The reason is I spend more time about the bias instead of the entry point because I was interested about investing. Still now I'm learning the bias thing or the direction things. In future, I have a plan for investing. So I prefer the bias or direction. Who is that? Khalid? Thank you for that boom, man. And by the way, how many winning trade do I need in a day? I got that trade, 22 handle, I'm done for the day. I found that 22 handle, I'm done for the day. Market has taken that buy side liquidity. Look over here, 6:30 to 7. In this moment, 6:30 to 7. Now, if you have an high red impact news around 8:30 or 10, please don't go for this trade. It's extremely dangerous over there. But I saw it's a good opportunity, so I took that risk because of the small stop loss. In this zone, first market has to take some kind of buy side liquidity, and that buy side liquidity should be some kind of relatively equal highs. Here, I don't look for the relatively equal highs because I have lot of buy side liquidity. All of them has been taken by that run. See this run until 7. This is the run. Market keep going higher. So all the buy side liquidity has been taken. Exactly from 7, I would love to wait for this type of big candle. If say 6:30 to 7 market take the buy side liquidity, I need this type of bear candle. Look here, before this big fall, market went big high, like very strong candle. I didn't look for buy. Why? Because market has taken the buy side liquidity around 6:30 to 7. Market has taken the buy side liquidity, so I can't look for buy. I have to look for sell. I was feeling like, okay, maybe I'm going to miss that buy. That was an absolutely good buying opportunity. That is that fair value gap, last fair value gap, market structure shift. Price came back again with the three candle to that entry gap, tap to this new opening gap. That's a buying opportunity. But as market didn't take the sell side liquidity, I was not interested about that buy. So I thought that okay, let's just let it go. Then market fall, gave me the market structure shift. I got the speed. Now, in that time, I was looking for an entry opportunity before 7:30. This candle is my entry candle, which is 7:26. I took my buy here. My stop loss was just above, one tick above that last gap. Market came here, trade that gap. In the meantime, I had this inverse gap here, as you can see here. That is the inverse gap. That was the breaker block, high, low, higher high, breaker block. I took my entry from that breaker block. You can see here. If I just mark a line there, you'll see my entry here. That is the entry is there. Stop loss was just one tick above that last gap. First partial was here, this low and that low. See how clean these lows are over here. So I took the partial here. Look over there. There is an arrow. Okay, you will see there is an arrow. That is the first partial, and my target was this low and that low. Sorry, these two low. They're very clean lows. So that was my target here, and you can see I closed my trade over there. I thought that I will hold my trade until this constant enforcement. Then I changed my mind and I closed my trade around this relatively equal lows. That was 22 handle. It's more than enough for being profitable. I'm done. First presented gap has provided us 25 handle. We are done. This has provided us 20 handle. We are done. How many trades do we need in one day for being profitable? Look at this price right now. What type of price is this? Do you really want to enter into this market? I'm not interested. You know, the boom man. Hey, just thanks for that, man. Now, guys, if you are looking for buy, please go for that, as I explained at the beginning. But I will love to stay with my analysis until it provide me another opportunity to look for buy or sell, whatever it is. In short, from the beginning, I have explained everything. I just wanted to show you one more thing here. Okay, I'm going to remove everything. I'll just keep it here. Okay, just look at this new day opening gap. Everything will be clear to you. For example, you are looking for sell, constant crossment rejection, top rejection, low rejection. See this area, how you can look for a sell. It's nearly impossible to look for a sell around in this area. So what you should do, market close below this new opening gap, start looking for sell, because you have the sell side liquidity, clean lows here. They are simply telling you, no, I'm not falling, brother, I'm not falling, look for buy. Now if I would love to look for buy, my higher time frame should support me. It was not supporting me, so I'm not interested to look for buy. What I will do, I'll let all of this buy run go. Instead of that, when it will come here to this entry gap, I'll start to look for a selling opportunity from there. It came to this gap for the first time here, okay, around this area. Did it provide me any market structure shift? Obviously, it has provided me market structure shift. Fair value gap, fair value gap. I would love to take the entry here. If and only if it's not above the first presented gap or the new day opening gap. If this thing happened here, around this area, I don't know you can see my cursor or not. If this setup create here, I'm more interested to look for sell, because then I will have a distance from there to there. I will have a distance. See here, this one, market came here, then gave me the market structure shift. Problem is, look at this market structure shift and that market structure shift are the same. Is there any fair value gap? Is there any fair value gap? Are the same. Did it leave any buy side liquidity? Remember here, it has taken that buy side liquidity. Was there any buy side liquidity? No. Do I have any buy side liquidity here? Do you see any buy side liquidity around this area? Any buy side liquidity or any support resistance zone? Obviously, you have the resistance zone. No market structure shift. This is market structure shift? Absolutely no. It's not valid market structure shift. Is there any fair value gap? No. How can I go for the sell? I'm looking for sell, but if this setup create here, I would go for that sell from there to until the top of this first presented gap, or maybe other last fair value gap, anywhere. Okay, I don't know. But I would love to look for a sell here, but not here. Because if I take a sell here from there to there, I have to take a partial to the top of this first presented gap. It's not enough. It's not enough. But from here to here, it's enough, more than enough. There to there, 32 handle, it's more than enough. So I'm willing to take a sell from there. But here, I'm not interested. In the meantime, market is going higher, I'll let them go. I'm not interested to catch any kind of buy. It will keep going higher, I'll let him go. Maybe the whole day market will keep going higher. The whole day I will not trade in this market. I'll let them go. Every single time it will provide me a selling opportunity, I'll go for that sell. If there was a market structure shift, there was a market structure shift. If there was a fair value gap, I was in this market. I was in this market. Maybe there is no buy side liquidity. Market has taken the buy side liquidity. At least until this gap here, that gap, it's gonna be my first partial to this gap. Why partial is important? Because partial is going to confirm that you are profitable. That is going to be my first partial. My next target is this top of this first presented gap. That's going to be my target. If there was this same setup happened there, because I was looking for a sell. Do you understand my point? Obviously, I use the CISD, but CISD, I always keep saying one word, and that is be master of one trade or one setup or one model, then work with others. The best opportunity or best model is 22 YT model. Try to be, strict with one model. If it is your CISD model or the order block model, always go for that model. If you mixed it with other model, you will get confused. I promise you. You will get confused, and most of the time you will see that you are getting one winning trade, two losing trade, one winning trade, two losing trade, something like that. So be the master of one model, and then try other model as well. Am I going to upset? No, sir, I'm not going to get upset here. Why? Because I was looking for a sell. Market has provided me the sell just without a setup. Without any setup, market has provided me the sell. I'm happy because I was not looking for buy. I'm happy for that because I was not looking for buy. Where did it came exactly? Let me show you this. I'm not sure, but let me show you. I believe that it perfectly trade the 50%. Volume balance to that low, exactly to that 50%. It reached until the 50% of that entry gap here. This is that 50% of that gap. Remember, I took the partial here. My target was there. That run was unexpected, stopped me out. Okay. Where did it came? To the first presented gap high. Perfect. What else do you see here? Do you see this low and that low? What is that? Sell side liquidity. What is my bias? Bearish. What I should look for if market can go higher again. Then provide me another selling opportunity. Here, can I take a sell? 100% no. Why? Because previously I got my punishment here. I took sell, I got stopped out. Why? Because it was just above the first presented gap. I was not able to take the partial here. For example, I want to take a sell here for that area. Okay, I want to take this sell, or maybe I want to take the sell from there. For example, here when market will come to this gap, I'll take the sell from that gap, maybe, and then I'll take this area. Where should be my stop loss? Stop loss is gonna be here around this area. Is that enough? Do you think it's enough? If you think it's enough, go for that trade. If you think no, it's huge loss or risk, don't go for that trade. Now it is going to work from this gap. Where should be your stop loss? At least there. Where should be your partial? At least here. At least here. Do you think it's worthy? If you think it's worthy, go for that trade. If you think no, it's not worthy, don't go for that trade. It's up to you. If I were you, what I would do? If I were you, this could be my entry. Partial here. That is the partial. This is my target. Stop loss is there. I'll take that risk here. Little risk here. If I get stopped out, I'll try to take re-entry over there so that I can mitigate my loss at least. Because this is an chasing price, absolutely chasing price. What else can we do? If market come back here again, then provide another selling opportunity. That's the best case because I have the sell side liquidity now here. What you are going to observe, first presented gap. reaction. You are going to observe this one. Why this guy called T2 keeps saying that no sell is valid when market is above the first presented gap. Why he keeps saying that? That no sell is valid. This is why I keep saying no sell is valid. Even though your bias is bearish, you can't look for sell here. Okay, guys, this is the last candle of the morning session where I'm not able to trade this morning session anymore because it's 11:30. After 11:30, I don't trade until 12:50. I don't like to trade around this area. Now, in this morning session, do you see this is a good price action? I don't see this is a good price action. You will see this is a good price action because I was explaining this price action. Just because of that, it seems like a good price action, but it's not a good price action. It's the bullshit price action. Always be careful about this type of situation after holiday. The morning session is always like this type of choppy price action. So be very careful to trade in this area. And I wish the best of luck to all of you. I hope that you guys will enjoy the rest of the day. Make sure that you're not over trading. If you have already got your profit, don't try to enter into this market one more time. Please don't do that. It's highly risky, but in the meantime, if you want to keep trading, it's up to you. I have no problem with that. Ah, anybody has any question? If you have any question, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna close. Tomorrow, if I have a green day, I will be able to make my first every withdraw on a funded account. Make sure that you are not in rush, you are not over trading. Try to trade through the micro contract. Tomorrow is the mental capital preservation day. The best area to trade tomorrow is around the PM session, in my opinion. But in the meantime, if you are very near of your payout, make sure that you are trading through your micro account, micro contract, maybe maximum 2 to 3 micro contract. Just don't rush, brother. Most of the people blow their account at the end of their, I mean, at the time when they are just waiting for the payout, they blow their account. So don't blow the account before getting the payout. I wish that I will see the comment from you in our Discord group that you got your first payout tomorrow. I wish that, brother. No question, T2. Thank you so much. Hey, by the way, SK, what about your daughter? She's good. I forgot about that. Sorry, man. How is he? Rodrigo. Stop saying buying and selling, bro. Okay, I'm not going to say buying or selling. What should I say? Long and short. Okay, Cindy, thank you. Okay, are you coming back or no? Today I'm not. See you tomorrow morning, brother. See you tomorrow, brother. Thank you, Tito. She is doing great, Tito. Thanks for asking. Oh, that's cool, man. Give her my love, okay? Okay, thank you, guys. And by the way, if anyone is interested about earn to trade, just go to the, you see this area in the pin comment here. This is the link. If you click on that link, our channel will be grateful to you, okay? And thank you so much to everyone for pushing the like button. I hope that you got something from here and it is insightful for you. Not going to say any buying or selling, just long or short, just be careful. See you guys. Bye bye.